Yo, what is up, Goon Squad? So great news. We now have a counter at the top of the screen. So I'm gonna update it eventually to have the total amount, but for now it's just for this episode's amount. But like with the simple button, look at that. Boom, one more. Simple button, boom, one less. So like that's pretty cool. That's revolutionary. I don't think I've ever seen any other streamer or content creator ever do that, ever. So, like, that's pretty impressive on my part. Also, I got a haircut. As you can see, hair is cut. It's shorter now. I don't know how I feel about it still, but I do like the sides. They're clean. Maybe it's a little bit too short on the top. I'm not gonna lie. I told the guy to give me a little bit more. Yeah. I want it to be longer at the top, but you know what? It's okay. It's fine. It looks good on camera at least. In person, it doesn't look bad either. I just wish it was a little bit, tiny bit longer, but it's fine. With time, it'll get there. So it's like no stress. No stress, no issues. Life is good. I'm up right now. But yeah. Yeah, last time, we were trying to pick our starter. And so for today's video, we're also doing that. Pretty cool stuff. Am I right? Am I right? Or am I right? Big fan of this process. Also, you'll see if I ever miss one. If I ever miss a Charmander, you'll know immediately. You'll be like, damn, this guy might be stupid. And you might be onto something with an assessment like that. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, you might be onto something. But chat, today I have a story. So I went out on Saturday to go play some billiards, you know, some pool, some 8-ball, some of that good stuff. And it was me and a homie, and we were just, you know, going back and forth, shooting some balls, hitting some balls, you know how it is, like, you know, tapping some balls around. And at first it was like kind of back and forth on like who won. And then my other friend showed up, right? Did I add an encounter? Crap. Are we on 5 or 4? Crap. 5. I'm gonna say 5. Okay, a friend showed up. And he got in, and we were all going like back and forth, you know, playing some billiards. I said, you know what, I'm a little bit hungry. Let me head to Taco Bell real quick. So I take my ass to Taco Bell. I go get some Taco Bell. Also, I used to be the biggest Taco Bell hater. I used to hate Taco Bell so much. I think we were, you know what, I'm gonna remove it. I think we're at 5. I think we're at 5. I'm gonna remove it. I think this is the right number. I'm the biggest Taco Bell hater. Because one time I went to Taco Bell, and they gave me, like, slop. They gave me slop. It was so bad. It was egregious. It was atrocious. I did not like it at all. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. I was not a fan of it. But, you know, I went back again in the future. And they redeemed themselves. You know, I gave it like 3-4 years since I returned again. And when I came back, they gave me something solid. I'm like, you know what? I forgive you. I'll take that Crunchwrap Supreme. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, moving on. Got my Taco Bell. I came back to play some pool. You know how it is. You know how it is. And my homies at this point, they've been waiting like a while because I went to go like, you know, get food. I walked over there instead of taking my car. It was like 10 p.m. too, at this point, maybe. But I go over, right? And when I come back, I say, all right, let me get one in. I play a game, solid game, just a solid game, nothing insane, but solid game, and I win. And I'm like, hell yeah. So I keep on playing against the next guy, you know, the other homie. It's his turn now. I win again, bro. I'm like, okay, life is good. Some 6 shots too. I made one where it was like in one turn I made 3 balls, and these were all like intentional. This wasn't like accidental plays where it just happens to go in. These are intentional plays I'm making. So like I'm feeling good about that. I'm feeling really good about that actually. And I win that game. I won the game after that. I won the game after that. There was one turn where like I'd hit the ball, and this one's a little like a little bit accidental, but I would make my ball in and one of their balls in. And then I did that twice in the same turn. Is it called turn in that game? I don't know if it's called turn. But dude, I felt really good doing that. I felt awesome doing that, to be honest. It was badass as hell. I just kept on getting these like wins, these dubs. And this went on for like 5 or 6 games. Maybe more, honestly. I don't remember how many. I wasn't really counting at that point. Where I just kept on like shooting. And it was just in each time. It was like, ba, in, ba, in, ba, in. And I was just, oh, it felt so good. Oh, it felt so good. But I bring this story up because there's a twist here. Something kind of insane happens in the night. So after I take one of my shots, went in, by the way, the shot went in. Shot went in. Keep that in mind. Very important to the story. Shot went in. Behind me, there's this guy, I guess, who started like yelling. It's like, oh, that's weird. Why is this guy yelling? What's up with that? So I turn behind me and he's yelling at another guy. And there's like a whole ass like battle, I think, that's about to start behind me. And I'm like, oh my god, what's going on over here? This guy's like yelling out. He's like, you wanna go? You wanna go, bro? You wanna go? You wanna go? Let's go outside. Let's go outside right now, pussy. Pussy. He said that. He said that. But like, there's like this like this level of aggression. I'm like, oh my god, what's going on? But like I'm like a little bit chismoso, you know, like I'm looking at it, I'm observing it, but I want to know what's happening, you know. I live in America, so like anyone can pull out a gun at any point, so you gotta be like a little bit careful, you know. You gotta be a little bit cautious, not gonna lie. You gotta you know, be careful. But sorry, I had to like check something on my like monitor real quick that just like came up like a notification, and I'm like, what the hell is this? So I checked it real quick. I hope that didn't make me miss adding an encounter. It might have, honestly. Also, it's a miracle. Last video, I said that we had 26 encounters. I went back and counted. We actually did have 26 encounters. Insane stuff. Anyway, yeah. So these guys they're like fighting. I had never seen like the bartenders actually get involved to break something up, because I had never seen like a straight up brawl or like confrontation ever happen here. But they like stepped in. They separated the two. There was like 3 or 4ish people at this point who were like yelling back and forth. My guess is that the guy who started yelling first, calling him a pussy and all that, was probably like, I think, a little bit drunk. I think he probably talked to one of the women at the table, and the guy probably like told him to like fuck off or whatever, or something like that. And I'll tell you why I think this later on. But they got separated. He got kicked out. Eventually the other party also left. They dipped. I guess like the vibes are off at that point, maybe. So, you know, like, I want to know what's happening. So I like look out the window, you know. I'm like looking out the window. I'm like what's going on out there? What's going on out there? So this guy is actually still out there, kind of like pacing around. I guess waiting for the people who he wants to fight, wants to throw hands with. So he's pacing out there. There's like a couple more like people like yelling, and like at the entrance area. Cause I'll kind of explain like the layout of this place. It's like the entrance is over here. There's a staircase, and then like the guy that got kicked out, he was already like at the bottom of the staircase, out of the building. So like I'm looking at that though, and there's like another like fight kind of going on in the stairway area. It's like, why? You had nothing to do with this. This isn't whatever. Maybe it's like related, and maybe it's not. I don't know. But there's that little conflict. Eventually, when it's like, this is like nearish like 2-ish, 3-ish a.m. So it's like really late at this point. So we were gonna leave anyway soon. But now we get to like maybe go outside and like ask like one of the people involved, like, hey, what was going on? Like one of the women that were there, like that group, be like, hey, what happened? What's the tea? What's the tea? Unfortunately, like when we looked out the window, I saw that they were still there. So my homie, he was like, dude, we gotta ask him what happened, because he's like me. Him and me, we're the same, bro. We're the same. Oh wait, I clicked them. Oh my god, what am I doing? I'm trolling. Him and me, we're the same, bro. You know those stories I tell about like how I go out like on these like singles mixer stuff? If you've seen my previous videos, he's the guy I go with. So like we're low-key in the same like wavelength. We're like symbiosis. Is that the right use of the word? I don't know. But we go outside, and it's such unfortunate timing. The women are leaving. They're dipping. They're gone. And we're like, damn. There's no one around anymore to know what happened and to really like piece it together. So at this point, we're like, ah, screw it, whatever. Me and my homies were like talking, you know, like the post billiards discussion where we like talk about like, you know, like what maybe future plans are, but also like saying goodbye, you know, our last conversation, wrapping it all up until like next time maybe. And then we hear like yelling at the end of the like super far away. And we're like, huh, what's up? What's up with that? So we're looking over. And it's this guy who I think is the same guy that originally started the fight. Who was like screaming pussy. He's like yelling about like, dude, no one loves me. Like my life sucks. Everything is ass. And like, I get it, homie. I get it. I get that. But this is why I think he was like drunk, and like, you know, why I think he was about the women there, because he was like yelling all this stuff about how like no one likes him, no one loves him, all that. But like I don't know who he was talking to, but there's like a party of people there. I guess like maybe they like asked him what was up. Maybe they were also curious. I don't know. But like he was yelling. They eventually all just walked away. Everyone like went on their own like path. I went to get Taco Bell afterwards again because my homie wanted Taco Bell, so we got Taco Bell. But like I almost saw like a fight like break out behind me, just straight up, you know? Like when I was playing Out of My Mind, like these guys were, when I was having the time of my life, to be honest, these guys were like having like some conflict, bro. Cause I was on a roll, dude. Sorry, I just like picked something by mistake. I was like, oh, I moved by mistake. Whoops. Okay, we're getting this Charmander from the right side. Maybe that changes things. Maybe that makes things different, you know? I didn't mean to, but like, maybe it does. But I love going to do that, bro. I love going to billiards, bro. It's so fun. It's so fun. I like going out in general. I don't know, I get to have like a lot of like stories now. You know what I mean? I get to come on to here and like talk about it. Be like, ah, this happened or this happened. Or like this thing happened. Did I add the encounter for that one? I pressed a button, but I don't know if it went through. I wasn't paying attention. I pressed a button, but I don't know if it went through or not. Were we on 17 or 6? I have to count again, man. I hate this. I hate that I have to count. I have to go back in and count again in the future to make sure it's the right amount. But yeah, it also means that for these videos, I have like stories to tell. I got things to say now, you know? And that's like pretty convenient. I get to like yap about like, oh, this one thing happened. I don't think I added that Charmander. I'm gonna add it in. I think that one was a missed one, so I'm gonna add it in now. I don't think the input went through. If I do it like this, oh, maybe it did. Dude, maybe it did. You know, I'm gonna trust that I did press the button actually. And I'll find out later if I did or didn't. If you look in the description, it'll have the accurate amounts of Charmanders encountered. Because I'll go back and count it. Unless I count wrong. Then I guess it won't be accurate. But yeah. I'll update the encounter thing, though, to have, like, the total amount ever. So it's more, like, convenient for the series, you know? Instead of just, like, a per episode basis. And if I ever have a miscount, I'll be able to at least know, like, in what video it was and then by how much. Because then someone or, like, anything can, like, go in and be like, oh, here, you encountered this amount, but it was actually wrong. I'm like, oh, okay, I need to add in this amount then. Gotcha. If anyone ever goes back and watches the videos. Which who knows? But yeah, I think this will be the last Charmander for today's video, honestly. We'll do one more. One more humble Charmander. One more humble. Make it a nice 20 Charmanders. Potentially, unless I missed one. Potential 21 Charmanders. It's either 20 or 21. I don't think it's more than that or less. I think that's definitely the numbers. 20 or 21. If it's 20, I'll feel pretty cool. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see. Also, guys, let me know what you think about the haircut. I'm looking at it now. I'm getting used to it. I think it's alright. I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. When I first walked out of the barber, though, like, I was a little iffy on it. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I gotta update my controllers, apparently. Alright, guys. With that, though, I'm done. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. So I like this Zelda shirt. I bought this Zelda shirt. I'm gonna give you like last minute lore. Last minute lore. I bought this Zelda shirt a while ago, and the problem with it was I was actually too big. But like now it fits me fine. So I'm guessing that like after some washes it shrunk enough, where like it fits, and I'm like really happy about that because I like this shirt. It's a clean shirt. It's a really good looking shirt. The color is nice too, although I guess it might get green screened out potentially. Maybe not. Hopefully not. But yeah, guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. See you on the next one. Hit that like button, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.